My brothers and sisters, our dear nation Ghana is bleeding. Ghana's soul is calling for change. Mother Ghana is crying for its true and genuine patriotic citizens to rise up to reset our beloved nation. Ghanaians can take no more of the hardship, the impunity, the state capture, the hypocrisy, the lies and bad governance that has been inflicted on them over the 2 terms of this outgoing administration.
After years in opposition, Mahama has won the 2024 presidential elections in a historic comeback.
And I'm happy to inform you, and by extension, the good people of Ghana, that from the results we have seen so far from our internal coalition, provisional results, it is very clear that Ghanaians have rejected 8 years of corruption, 8 years of state capture, 8 years of wastage, 8 years of nepotism and cronyism, 8 years of economic mismanagement, 8 years of insensitivity and arrogance of power, 8 years of crass incompetence and ineptitude. And it is very clear that the people of this country have voted overwhelmingly for change. They have given the National Democratic Congress an emphatic, resounding, and a landslide victory.
In fact, he didn't just win, he secured at least 184 members of parliament out of the 276 available seats. This simply means his party holds a commanding 2/3 majority in parliament, giving him a clear path to implement his policies without much resistance. This victory signals that his second term will be very different from his first one. Mahama says he has learned from the past and ready to deliver a fresh, ambitious vision for Mother Ghana.
All the opinion polls show that the economy and employment were the most important issues. And so what we did was to drill down our message to issues to do with job creation and the economy, and eventually it did pay off.
This is the 24-hour economic clock. One job, 3 shifts, 3 people. 1, 3, 3. One job, 3 shifts, 3 people. Obiabe Didi. Ezu. Extraordinary problems require extraordinary solutions for extraordinary results. And so businesses and public organizations will be encouraged to operate 24/7 in 3 shifts of 8 hours each. This will boost production, it will increase employment and provide well-paying jobs.
But why is this second term shaping to be so different? From creating a 24-hour economy to overhauling healthcare, reforming education, and tackling Ghana's mounting debt, Mahama has outlined bold promises. So, in today's video, we are going to break down those promises. But before we start everything, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more insightful videos like this. Thank you very much for liking. Now let's dive into it. So first of all, let's start with the 24-hour economy policy. Mahama's flagship promise is the 24-hour economy. The goal is simple: to ensure that Ghana doesn't sleep when the rest of the world is awake. He envisioned extending operating hours in key sectors like trade, banking, and transport, while leveraging digital technology for seamless 24/7 services. This, he argues, will maximize productivity and make Ghana a true global competitor. If successful, the 24-hour economy could boost Ghana's GDP, increase trade volumes, and create jobs.
Extraordinary problems require extraordinary solutions for extraordinary results. And so businesses and public organizations will be encouraged to operate 24/7 in 3 shifts of 8 hours each. This will boost production, It will increase employment and provide well-paying jobs. It will transform Ghana into an import substitution and export-led country. It will increase employment opportunities and revenue, and it will enhance access to public services. We will focus on some selected public institutions that have huge customer traffic. For instance, the ports and harbors should be open 24/7. That means we have to employ more workers at the port. We have to employ more customs officers, more Gapoha workers, more forklift operators and all that. We need customs. Customs should work 24/7, 3 shifts, so that at any time your items come, customs at any time of the day is open for business. You can go and process your import things, papers, and take your things out of the port. We must have a passport office that is operating longer than 8 hours, so that people who need passports and other such documentation can have access to it. We must have a DVLA that is working more shifts than 1 shift, so that more people can get their licenses processed in a shorter time than the current waiting time. In the private sector, the sectors that we are looking to promote and encourage to run 24/7 and 3 shifts are first the agro-processing sector. That is those who will process our cassava into cassava starch, cassava flour, gari and all that. There's a huge market in Africa for all these products and in other parts of the world. Manufacturing, that is industry. And so the textiles industry, the fruit juice making industry, all the industries, the iron and steel industry will be encouraged to run 24/7. The pharmaceutical sector, we want Ghana to be the pharmaceutical hub of the whole of Africa, so that we'll produce medicines here and export them to all other African countries. Construction sites, we want our construction companies to work 24/7 all year, all hours round, so that they can deliver our infrastructure faster than they currently do. Financial services, the same. Sanitation and garbage collection. It is better to collect garbage, bola, in the night, rather than collect the bola and be competing with cars in the daytime when we have rush hour traffic. Extractive industries, the mines, mining bauxite, mining gold, mining manganese, lithium, they must work 24/7, 3 shifts every day. Hospitality industry, our restaurants, our discotheques, our nightclubs, our hotels, 24/7, 24 hours a day. Retail centers, all the malls, there's no reason why you should start. People can come in the night time and buy items, so they should work longer than 8 hours. Transportation services, there should be buses running 24 hours, so that people who have to go to their jobs can be able to get a bus to go to their jobs. Security services, we need safety and security to be able to implement the 24-hour economy. And so we need more police officers, we need more soldiers, we need more prisons officers, more fire service officers, more customs, more immigration.
But it is a tall order. For this to work, the government will need to invest heavily in energy and infrastructure. And while Mahama is promising change, he has yet to outline a clear plan for tackling energy sector, a sector where his first term faced significant attacks.
We are not used to that. We don't think that that should be happening. It's been happening for too long, and we actually think that our government has not done enough to fix that problem.
Two is the Accelerated Export Development Council. For decades, Ghana has relied on exporting raw materials like cocoa and gold and importing finished goods. But Mahama wants to shift this gear. His Accelerated Export Development Council aims to boost value-added export by supporting local manufacturers to processing raw materials into finished goods.
The Accelerated Export Development Council, I'm going to chair that personally. We want to accelerate our exports. We're going to register more Ghanaian goods on the African Continental Free Trade Area so that we can export to other countries. And I'm going to chair that personally. And we'll meet every month and appraise where we are at in terms of encouraging Ghanaian businesses to export.
To achieve this, Ghana will need better infrastructure, access to affordable credits, and favorable trade policies. If Mahama's Council deliver, it could revolutionize the economy and position Ghana as a major player in the global trade. The next one is youth employment programs. Youth employment remains one of Ghana's biggest challenges. While the previous government introduced initiatives like Youth Start, their impact fell short of expectations. Mahama's approach is more comprehensive. He is promising vocational training and support for startups in agriculture, technology, and manufacturing. By fostering entrepreneurship and equipping young people with high skills, these programs aim to create jobs directly and empower Ghanaians youth to thrive in diverse industries.
The National Apprenticeship Program will be for self-employment, and it will also help people who have come out of school at different levels who want to go and learn a skill, but their parents are unable to pay the masters for them to go and learn. The government, through the district assemblies, is going to register all master craftsmen. We're going to pay them and assign these young people to them so that they can learn a skill to go into the world of work. Next slide. Free technical and vocational training for young people. The time for grammar school education has passed. The time where you were judged by the long grammar you could speak has passed. We now need more technicians, more mechanics, more plumbers, more artisans. And so we're going to shift our focus from grammar school and build more technical and vocational educational schools so that our children who leave free SHS, who leave JHS and are unable to continue, can go and train as apprentices and be graduated with certificates. We'll provide them with startup capital to be able to start their own small businesses. We'll also use NVTI to train and test them so that they can get their certificates to enter the world of work. We have what we call the Jumara program. And this is the entrepreneurial program. Nobody says you must finish school and become an employee. You can finish school and become an employer and employ employees. And so every year we want to target 10,000 youth entrepreneurs to set up their own businesses. We'll mentor them, we'll monitor them, we'll supervise them until they're able to stand on their own feet. And they will employ their colleagues instead of becoming employees.
The next one, which is very significant, is MadeinGhana Agenda. This is one of Mahama's most exciting policies. He wants to ignite a sense of pride in Ghana's products. His MadeinGhana Agenda aims to support local businesses, reduce import dependency, and create jobs for promoting homegrown products. This agenda not only supports the economy, but also strengthens Ghana's identity on the global stage.
We'll implement a MadeinGhana agenda for the production and consumption of MadeinGhana goods. Government is going to use its budget to buy MadeinGhana goods first. It's only when you can't get that good that you'll be allowed to buy a foreign product. If the good is produced in Ghana, you must buy it first. And so we're going to use government's financial muscle to encourage local production of goods and services. If you are a foreign industry and you want us to buy your goods, come and establish the factory here and produce what you want us to buy here.
The next is agriculture and manufacturing for jobs. Mahama plans to modernize agriculture by providing subsidized input, investing in irrigation, and encouraging mechanization. His vision is to make agriculture the backbone of employment and export. On the manufacturing side, he aims to process raw materials into finished goods locally, aligning with his broader vision of industrialization. This approach could create high-paying jobs and reduce Ghana's dependency on imports. The last one is Digital Jobs Initiative. In today's digital era, Mahama is looking to the future. His digital jobs initiatives aims to equip Ghanaians with skills for remote works, coding, and other high-demand tech roles. This initiative is more about preparing Ghanaians' workforce for the jobs of tomorrow and positioning the country as a hub for tech-driven employment in Africa.
We'll partner the private sector to invest $3 billion to leverage ICT for jobs. And this will be through the 1 million coders program. We announced this in 2020 and we didn't win power, so we couldn't implement it. Somebody lifted it from our 2020 manifesto and quickly put it out as if it was theirs. I said, go and look in 2020, you see that we had already put it there. But we will continue with our 1 million coders program to train 1 million people in coding and web development, software engineering, and others. We will stimulate demand for made-in-Ghana software. We are exporting a lot of hard currency. When we import goods, we know that we are sending foreign currency out to buy those goods. When we import food, we are sending money out to buy that food. But when we send money out to pay copyright to Microsoft, to Oracle, to all the people whose software we are running on our banks and all our online portals and all that, nobody sees it. And so if we are going to train 1 million coders to do software, web hosting and all that, we must create a demand for it locally. And so government will first see if we have the available software in-house before we allow anybody to buy software from outside. And so we exchange payments for subscriptions to overseas vendors. We establish regional digital centers for business process outsourcing. Business process outsourcing is when you sit in Ghana and you get a contract from abroad to do a certain job. You're able to do it from here without being physically there. And so you can process parking tickets in New York. You can process various items that they want. At times when they have gone to bed, they need somebody to be taking calls and responding to clients. They sometimes outsource it to other countries. Ghana is a good center to take advantage of this because our English is even clearer than many of the other countries that are doing the business process outsourcing. So people want Ghana to expand. Invest 50 million in a fintech growth fund to promote digital entrepreneurs. I announced this long ago when I met the fintech entrepreneurs. Set up zonal ICT parks to make Ghana the innovation, artificial intelligence, and cyber security center of Africa. Redevelop the Dawa ICT park into a world center of excellence.
John Mahama's second term comes with a sky-high expectations. His promises of a 24-hour economy, industrial growth, and job creation could transform Ghana. But as with all political promises, the devil is in the details and the delivery. Will Mahama's bold vision be the catalyst for Ghana's transformation? Only time will tell. What is clear is that the next 4 years will be critical for Ghana's future. Thank you for watching this episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis on Ghana and beyond. My name is Sharif Haruna. Have a joyful life and see you in the next one. Mackerel.